The Indian Wells tennis garden is buzzing with the usual hype of the top 5 seeds. A much more nuclear conversation is happening in the exclusive coaches' lounge. It started when Paul Annacone, the man who masterminded the careers of Roger Federer and Pete Sampras, was spotted standing silently at the back of Court 7, watching a 20-year-old from the Philippines practice. For 45 minutes, Annacone didn't move. He didn't check his phone. He just watched. The hidden truth is that Annacone wasn't just observing a player. He was reportedly searching for something he hadn't seen in years. And what he found has left the tennis world in a state of pure disbelief. In a private briefing earlier today, Annacone reportedly dropped a verdict that has incinerated the usual scouting reports. She doesn't play like a prodigy. She plays like a legend. This isn't just a compliment, it's a savage reality check for the WTA. Annacone, whose eyes have seen thousands of hours of Federer's aesthetic perfection, reportedly pointed out a hidden factor in Alex Eala's game that no one else had noticed. He noted that Alex's spatial awareness, the way she moves before the opponent even hits the ball, is Federer-esque. Annacone reportedly told a group of stunned junior coaches, "I see shadows of Roger in her footwork." The way she prepares for the hybrid strike is not mechanical, it's instinctive. It's what we call the genius pulse. This nuclear revelation has sent a seismic shockwave through the tournament. If the man who coached the GOAT sees Federer in Alex Eala, then we are not just watching a rising star, we are watching a sovereign takeover of the sport's technical future. But why is a coach of this magnitude shocked now? The savage truth is that the modern WTA is filled with power bashers, players who hit hard but lack variety. But Annacone reportedly observed that Alex possesses a lost art, the ability to change the pace, spin, and trajectory of the ball mid-rally without losing balance. This is the Federer blueprint. Reports are going off that Annacone was particularly mesmerized by Alex's slice backhand transition. He noted that her ability to go from a defensive slice to an offensive nuclear forehand in one fluid motion is something only a legendary mind can execute under pressure. The WTA establishment is reportedly fuming because they've been promoting power, but Annacone is telling the world that intelligence is back, and it has a Philippines flag on it. The panic in the locker rooms of her rivals is now reaching a nuclear level. If Paul Annacone is giving Alex Eala technical approval, then the psychological siege has already begun. Top-seeded players are reportedly panic-striking, asking their own coaches to deconstruct Alex's footage to see what Annacone saw. But the hidden factor is that you cannot teach what Alex has, you can only hone it. Rafael Nadal, who has been the guardian of Alex's talent, is reportedly proud but protective, knowing that Annacone's praise brings a nuclear level of global expectation. The Pinoy army of fans is already celebrating, but they don't realize that this verdict has just put a massive target on Alex's back for her March 6 debut. As we look toward the match, the information explosion is focused on one thing: the Federer connection. In Part 2, we are going to dive into the secret technical breakdown, the exact 3 moves Annacone says Alex does better than anyone on the tour right now, and the savage interaction between Annacone and Rafael Nadal in the VIP gym. The lens of the legend has spoken, and the truth is more shocking than anyone imagined. The technical shockwave started by Paul Annacone has moved from the practice courts into the very heart of the Indian Wells player facility on this Friday, March 6, 2026. While the fans are waiting for the matches to begin, the hidden truth is that Annacone has reportedly identified 3 secret moves in Alex Eala's game that he believes are carbon copies of Roger Federer's prime years. Reports are going off that Annacone sat down with a group of elite analysts and dismantled the current WTA scouting reports. He reportedly said, "You are looking at her power, but you are missing her invisible geometry." The first move he highlighted is what he calls the Federer Glide, the ability to move laterally across the baseline without ever losing a perfect center of gravity. Most players stomp or slide with effort, but Alex reportedly floats into position, allowing her to hit the hybrid strike with a nuclear precision that most professionals can only dream of. The second secret move that has Annacone stunned is Alex's early ball contact. Just like Federer, Alex is reportedly taking the ball on the rise, almost half a second earlier than her opponents expect. This savage time pressure is what makes her so dangerous. Annacone reportedly noted that this isn't just a skill, it's a legendary instinct that allows her to steal time from the biggest hitters in the world. And the third, it's the no-look change of direction. Annacone pointed out that Alex can disguise her down-the-line winner until the very last millisecond, exactly like the Swiss Maestro used to do. This technical masterclass has left the WTA establishment in a state of pure panic. They are fuming because they realize that Alex Eala isn't just good, she is genius. But the nuclear high point of the morning happened in the private VIP gym, where Rafael Nadal and Paul Annacone reportedly had a savage and intense confrontation. Witnesses leak that Nadal was finishing his workout when Annacone approached him. The atmosphere was electric as these two titans of the game, the coach of Federer and the king of clay, stood face to face. Annacone reportedly told Rafa, "You've been hiding a Federer spirit in a Nadal Academy body, haven't you?" The savage reality of this comment is that it confirms what we've suspected: Alex is the perfect hybrid. She has Nadal's mental siege and Federer's technical artistry. Rafa reportedly smiled and replied with a 10-word command: "She is her own light. The world is just starting to see." This alliance of legends over Alex Eala is a nuclear disaster for any opponent who thinks they can outsmart her on court. The panic in the locker room is now seismic. Top seeds are reportedly panic-striking, hiring video analysts to find flaws in these three secret moves, but the information explosion suggests there are none to be found. The locker room sabotage has reached a new level of toxicity, as players realize that the lens of the legend has officially sanctified Alex Eala as the heir to the throne. One top European player was reportedly heard saying, "How can we beat someone who moves like Roger and fights like Rafa?" This is the psychological collapse that Annacone's verdict has triggered before the March 6 debut. As the information blackout continues regarding Alex's final strategy, the global fans are emotionalized. The idea that the spirit of Roger Federer is living on through a Pinoy queen is a national pride moment like no other. In Part 3, we are going to dive into the secret Federer footage, reports that Annacone has reportedly shared a private video with Alex's team that shows her and Roger side by side, and the heartbreaking message Alex sent to her fans after hearing Annacone's words. The blueprint has been revealed, the revolution is in motion. The technical earthquake triggered by Paul Annacone has just reached a nuclear level of intensity on this Friday, March 6, 2026. While the world was debating Annacone's words, a seismic leak from the Indian Wells analysis room has reportedly revealed the existence of a secret side-by-side video. Insiders leak that Annacone, using his elite dartfish software, created a 60-second comparison between Roger Federer's 2017 Australian Open form and Alex Eala's current hybrid strike. The hidden truth is that when the footage was played, the acoustic timing and the body angles were almost identical. Annacone reportedly showed this to a select group of WTA officials, leaving them in a state of pure shock. He pointed out that the way Alex loads her weight on the back leg before a cross-court winner is exactly how the Swiss Maestro dismantled his rivals for 2 decades. This isn't just a comparison anymore, it is digital proof of a legendary evolution. But the heartbreaking reality of this information explosion happened when Alex Eala herself reportedly saw the footage and heard Annacone's verdict. Witnesses in the player lounge say that the 20-year-old Pinoy queen was visibly moved. For a girl who grew up idolizing the Big Three, being told by Federer's own mentor that she carries his spirit on court was a nuclear emotional moment. Alex reportedly had tears in her eyes as she told her coaching staff, "I don't want to be the next Roger. I want to make Roger proud of the sport's future." This sovereign humility has emotionalized the entire Pinoy army of fans. They see their queen not just as a player, but as a technical bridge between the golden era of tennis and the new world. The savage truth is that while other players are panic-striking about their rankings, Alex is playing for the history books. However, the locker room war has taken a dark and toxic turn. Reports are going off that several top-seeded European players are fuming at the Federer comparison. They feel the WTA establishment and legendary coaches like Annacone are giving Alex unfair psychological momentum. The savage reality is that a locker room sabotage is reportedly being planned. Insiders leak that some players are conspiring to use high-pressure intimidation during the March 6 debut to prove that Alex is just hype. They want to break the Federer mirror that Annacone has created, but they are forgetting one nuclear factor: Alex Eala is shielded by the Nadal Academy. Rafael Nadal has reportedly doubled her security detail and media lockdown to ensure her focus remains incineratingly sharp. The information blackout around Alex's final practice session before the match is now total. No cameras, no scouts, only the silent focus of a girl who knows the lens of the legend is watching. The panic in the tournament offices is seismic because they realize that if Alex wins her next match with a Federer-esque masterclass, She will become a global marketing supernova that they can no longer control. The old guard is fuming because the sovereignty of the game is shifting toward Manila. In Part 4, we are going to reveal the secret 10-minute phone call. Reports that Roger Federer himself reportedly reached out to Paul Annacone to ask about Alex, and the savage 5-word message Federer reportedly sent to Alex's private Instagram. The connection is getting real. The legend is being passed on. The technical earthquake that began with Paul Annacone's observation has just hit a nuclear peak on this Friday evening, March 6, 2026. While the fans in Indian Wells were heading to the night sessions, a seismic report leaked from the Swiss Alps. Reports are going off that Roger Federer himself, the Maestro, the 20-time Grand Slam champion, reportedly placed a secret 10-minute phone call to his former coach, Paul Annacone. The hidden truth is that Federer had seen the side-by-side analysis we discussed in Part 3, and he was reportedly stunned by the acoustic precision of Alex Eala's game. Witnesses in the coaching lounge leak that Annacone was seen walking away from the crowd, nodding intensely into his phone as Federer reportedly asked, "Is she really doing the glide naturally or is it coached?" Annacone's reply was a savage reality check. "Roger, it's not coached, it's her pulse." But the information explosion didn't stop with a phone call. The Pinoy army of fans and the global media are in a state of pure panic after a screenshot reportedly leaked of a 5-word private message Federer sent to Alex Eala's official Instagram. This digital nuclear blast has incinerated the usual barriers between legends and rising stars. The message reportedly read, "Keep the artistry alive, Alex." These 5 words are not just a DM, they are a legendary mandate. Federer is officially passing the torch of technical beauty to a 20-year-old from the Philippines. This sovereign endorsement has left the WTA establishment in a state of seismic shock. They have spent years promoting power and grunting, but now the greatest artist in tennis history has chosen his heir, and she doesn't come from Europe or America, she comes from the Nadal Academy. The locker room sabotage we discussed in Part 3 has now turned into pure despair for Alex's rivals. Reports suggest that during the evening warm-ups, several top 10 players were seen panic-striking, staring at their phones, unable to believe that Federer has sanctified Alex Eala before her March 6 debut. The savage reality is that the psychological siege is over. Alex has already won the war of respect. One veteran coach was reportedly heard fuming in the hallway, saying, "How are my players supposed to focus when the GOAT is coaching her from his living room?" This legendary connection is dismantling the confidence of the entire draw. But the hidden factor in this Part 4 is the reaction of the tournament organizers. They are reportedly panic-striking to move Alex's next match to Stadium 1 to accommodate the tsunami of global viewers who want to see the girl Federer is watching. The sovereignty of the tournament is shifting. This is no longer just a WTA event, it's a national celebration and a legendary coronation. The information blackout from the Eala camp remains total, as Alex has reportedly muted her social media to focus on the artistry Federer spoke about. She isn't just a player anymore, she is a legacy in motion. But the nuclear high point came during the post-match interview. When asked about Paul Annacone's legend verdict and Roger Federer's secret message, Alex didn't brag. She reportedly performed a savage and graceful gesture. She pointed to her shoes, Nadal Academy, and then to the sky, Federer's legacy, and said, "I am the student of 2 kings, but I am the daughter of 1 nation." Tonight, the artistry was for the Philippines. This national verdict has emotionalized millions. The sovereignty of the sport has officially shifted. The old guard of tennis is fuming because they can't muffle this story anymore. Alex Eala isn't just a player, she is a global marketing supernova that has just incinerated the old hierarchy of the WTA. The economic impact is already seismic. Reports leak that luxury Swiss watch brands, the same ones that sponsored Federer for decades, are reportedly panic-striking to sign Alex Eala to a lifetime ambassador deal before the sun rises. The savage truth is that the Federer connection has made her untouchable. Paul Annacone was seen leaving the stadium with a sovereign smile, reportedly telling a colleague, "I didn't see a prodigy tonight. I saw the future of the game and it's beautiful." This final verdict from the man who saw it all has sanctified Alex Eala as the Pinoy Maestro. The locker room war is over, the sabotage failed. On March 6, 2026, Alex Eala didn't just win a match, she dismantled the doubt of a generation. Thank you for following this 5-part nuclear journey into the heart of the Federer-Eala connection. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a "The artistry lives in Alex" in the comments. The history has been defended, and the future is wearing the blue, red and gold of the Philippines.